Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BA'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Hashem, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to mighty Akim, Wakwathium, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 verse 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Now today's lesson is going to be about primarily evil spirits, with at the same time a side note of some unrighteous decrees. Now the reason why that I'm going to show you, and I just thought, I might as well, talk about that as well. So the first thing, okay, evil spirits. Let's go into this. There's many different instances. There are many different instances with this, and it is ranging. And the reason where this is where the lesson comes from is primarily people doing random acts of violence. All right, this is the primary source of it. All right, so normally people would think, unless you provoke someone or do something to someone, that's normally when people have a reason to do something. But then there are instances, like in this video right here, where there is just some random dude that just feels, I just want to take this bitch or whatever, or I just want to punch this woman, I want to punch this dude, I want to do this to someone and whatnot. And funnily enough, I just kept on seeing a whole bunch of different videos, a bunch of different videos recommended to me of all this stuff happening. So you see, this video is all right. So I am gonna get into this, but it's like these people that are doing random acts of violence. All right, it is because the Lord put a spirit on them. All right, let's actually get into that even more. So we already read Sirach 39:28, but more so into detail. Verse 29: fire and hail, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts. So now the Lord is also making it known. Well, fire, hail, famine, and death, all these are kind of like natural disasters. So stuff that are more so a result of the Lord's direct everything is the Lord's interference, of course. But when like there's a forest fire from like a thunder or whatever, however forest fires are made, okay, and then there's hail, and then there's famine, whatever, and just death in general when someone dies. All these are happening because the Lord is doing something. But there's also the evil spirits and demons that the Lord puts on either animals, as we see in verse 30, teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And this is where it is, the demons hopping on people as well as animals. All right, animals, arachnids, whatever, all right, reptiles, in order to punish the wicked, punish people. And that's also another thing. Notice the wicked. Okay, so these are created for as judgment on the wicked. All right, now let me also get this right. Slack, yeah, I wanted to get into the video, but right quick before we get into it, I want to make everything known. 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Amendment is, correction, basically correction. This is the purpose for all of this. All right, all these evil spirits and demons. So one example is something like this, okay, which we're gonna get into these 3 videos now. Go ahead and tell everybody what the you're doing. What the
are you doing? What love? I don't know you. Out of here!
Disturbing video of an assault on
This man really just nowhere in broad daylight. Look at his face.
Go ahead. Go.
Like, look at his face. He literally does not care. There is this dude, this random dude, and also multiple dudes apparently nearby that's literally watching him talking like this, acting like this. Okay, this is funny. This is fun. This is kind of funny, but at the same time, it's not funny, really, because this is some serious. This is serious stuff. This is why the Lord. This is the Lord sending judgment to these women. All right, let me get this. This is funny. I just remembered it. It dropped me multiple times. Hold on. Isaiah chapter 32 verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So this is what the Lord is saying, all right? And I guess in a more scary way, scary in her sense, or scary in women in general's sense or perspective, whatever you want to call it. A man, if she had a man, all right, if she was with a man, because a lot of women today, they want to be, boss babe, whatever the fuck the terms are, where they are, or independent and whatnot, where they don't have these types of the protection. All right, now, funnily enough, there's going to be some videos over here, which I don't want to get out of place, but we're going to get into some videos of some other aspects of it. But over here, you see this random, she literally needs these random dudes to protect her from this dude, because what happened was, well, we're actually going to get into that, but basically, summary is, what happened was, he was following her for a good distance, and she just made it there, and then I guess she just started recording as she got into that building. But you see this dude, like, he's just not there. He's just saying random shit, acting crazy, and he just has a demon on him that's just making him want to do whatever he wants to do. Like, he just does not care, and it's just that wild. It's just that crazy. This is how, and it's gonna get even worse during Jacob's trouble. All right.
Go ahead and tell everybody what the you're doing. What the are you doing? What love? I don't know you. Out of here!
Disturbing video of an assault on CSUN's campus as a female student is choked by a man who had been following her.
I will.
YAHAWAH is the woman behind the camera.
Yeah, there was a bunch of freaking dudes over there that had to intervene. All right.
I could literally feel his thumb in my jaw.
With her arm in a sling and scratch marks still on her neck, she told us how it all went down.
He was angry. It was like he was coming after me to get revenge in some way.
She says it began Wednesday afternoon when she...
All right, so she said he looked like he was trying to get revenge or something, but she said she had never met him before in her life. She'd never seen him before. She doesn't know who that person is. All right, that's that demon. That's a demon on him. All right, and then all we have is her story, her side of the story. The video, as well as that one statement that he made, and this is the thing that we're able to piece together. Clearly, he's not all there.
She got on a line bike to ride to campus. That's when the man, who she had never seen before, started following her, making small talk until she got here to Bookstein Hall.
As soon as I got off the bike, he basically started pulling my hand. He's like, I want to make love to you. And I said, I don't know you. He started to choke me, and that's when I started to yell for help.
She says she got away from him, but he followed her inside, grabbed her again by the hair, and pulled her towards him, which is when she pulled out her phone to record him.
Go ahead and tell everybody what the you're doing. What the are you doing? What love? I don't know you. Out of here!
She says he lunged for her yet again, and this time had both hands around her throat, choking her.
I knew the only thing I can do is put my body weight down and get his hands off of me.
Male bystanders jumped in to help. In this freeze frame, you can see two men trying to pry the attacker's hands off of her, and once they do, he squares up like he's ready to fight them. CSUN police say his name is Peter Way. He has no affiliation with the university, and he is now in custody.
All right, so right quick, I just want to point out how I put the video in the description if you want to see it yourself. But it just goes to show, like, if she wasn't alone, if she was with a man, all right, this type of thing wouldn't happen. And this is honestly the lesson that the Lord is trying to get these women to understand. Like, it is not right now, 5 years ago, it already shows that this is not a safe thing. Like, the world is not a safe place. And a lot of these feminists, they complain about how the world is not a safe place, and instead of taking precautions, to make sure that they are safe, they just continue to complain rather than actually think about their own safety. That's why you got a lot of what's the word called, abductions, all right? Abductions happening and stuff like that, the sex trafficking, all right? Which, obviously, I'm not condoning it. Obviously, it's not good. Obviously, it's bad. Obviously, these victims need to be protected. But the thing is that these women don't want to be protected by a man, all right? Especially Eve. Eve doesn't, like, Eve, takes for granted the protection that Jake specifically wants to give to her. And that's, honestly, I have to say that primarily is the blame is primarily on Esau for bringing about this whole feminist thing, okay? Because Esau's the one that really trying to put this wicked mindset on them to think wickedly. And then now you see, ironically enough, not ironically, but funnily enough, it is the same I guess demographic of demons that are taking advantage of these women that were suckers to this whole feminist movement, all right? So, like, honestly, like, the irony of it is the irony of how these women, they don't appreciate the good men that actually care to protect them, whereas these evil men, all right, they just want to use them and then toss them to the side, or just use them and lock them up in their freaking sex trafficking ring and stuff like that. All right, let's continue on.
I need to leave. I need to get out of here.
Kajajan had to be taken to the hospital to be treated for minor injuries, but she says she's not going to be a victim and that her attacker needs serious help.
This is one life we all get. You don't put your hands on somebody, try to strangle them on a random day at 3:30 when they're going to school.
And CSUN police tell us that a similar incident to this one actually happened the night before. That would be Tuesday evening, where at night we're told a man came up to a female student and essentially tried to choke her. Same style as this case, though it's unclear if either case is related to the other. It's unclear if Mr. Peter Way is the suspect in that case. However, for this specific story that we're doing tonight, we're told that his case is going to be...
So this wasn't even the first time that happened, and 5 years ago. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's a common occurrence. All right, so that's enough on this video here. I want to get into this one. I thought this was a pretty interesting story. Okay, yeah, we don't need to hear.
And one of their dads. It took a turn at a fun trip. Sophia Simpson, still not herself ever since a fun trip to Somerset Mall last Friday with friends and one of their dads. It took a turn at the food court near Mrs. Fields Cookies.
So I checked my phone, and then just that woman came up and hit my head against the glass. I started crying, and then she turns around, she starts laughing at me, and then she puts on her mask and runs away.
Police would later identify.
Okay, so yeah, basically, this random kid that is at a mall, and then this Eve just randomly, like, bashes her head against the glass. Obviously not, I guess not lethally, obviously, but still, it's still like a bad thing to do. Like, it's just randomly out of nowhere. And once again, it's just that whole like, what's that one term that people say, they let their win, when in actuality, that's just a demon that gets on you, especially in general, in any aspect. Like, when you're dealing with certain types of things, like, because I've heard this one dude, he had said, I don't know, there was some fan or whatever, or I forgot what the thing was, but basically there was a fan, and he said he just felt the desire to want to stick his hand in, like, the moving fan and whatnot, and Slakia, I'm Slakia. I'm laughing, but it's like a stupid thing. Like, what's gonna happen if you like stick your hand in the fan. He said he wants to do it, but he didn't do it, and like this is not someone that's I'm associated with. I just heard it, somewhere on the internet, and it's just like these are the types of like demons that hop on people to either make them do certain things, or if it's not too hard, or if they don't fall to the wiles of the said demon or devil, whatever, okay, and they're able to resist said urge, all right, then obviously that's them having some sort of self-control. But then as for the people that don't have self-control, which I will also say that in terms of self-control has substantially diminished over the years. People have a lot less control over themselves now more than ever, all right? And we see this with these three separate instances with the two mentioned dudes, potentially two dudes over here in this video, as well as this woman over here not having control of herself, just doing that thing, all right? And the thing is, like, once again, they don't know who these people are. They never interacted with them. It's just randomly, I'm just gonna hurt this person just because, and it's not because of any sort of vindictive vendetta. Because she had said she started laughing at her. Let's hear her one more time.
Food court near Mrs. Fields' cookies.
So I checked my phone, and then just that woman came up and hit my head against the glass. I started crying, and then she turned around, she starts laughing at me, and then she puts on her mask and runs away.
Police.
So she hit her, puts her on her mask, laughs after she sees what she's done. She sees that the girl is crying and whatnot. All right, that's some crazy thing. That's some demonic shit. And this is the thing, like, it's like literally anyone can be fucking. Anyone can be a victim. Anyone can be a victim, and you see these two people, these two examples, all right, of demons getting on him, and he's saying he wants to make love to her, but he was trying to choke her all throughout the encounter, all right. So obviously, like, it's a pretty twisted thing of a demon not really making sense of it, and Yahawadah, we are able to, and Sake, that's another thing, knowing how to combat demons, when they get, if and when they get on you, because I did hear that there was this one Eve that was in this truth that had night terror, that was preventing her and her daughter from being able to sleep. These are the examples of how to actually, not necessarily example, but these are why we need to be, while we are in this truth, we need to be aware of every spiritual thing as well, because it's not a carnal war that we're battling. This is a spiritual war, okay? Just as the prophets have been saying time and time again, we need to be able to combat these demons spiritually, okay? And how do we do that? One way that I personally have actually experienced, because when there were some instances, like one time, just to make it quick, because I did a whole lesson on it, but one time when I accidentally let time get by. I stayed up longer than I was supposed to, and like I was movie summary stuff on YouTube. Like I just felt like that demon. I just felt a demon on me. I just felt like really bad. I felt scared. I felt like I didn't even want to close my eyes. That was how scared that I was, and I definitely felt and knew that there was a demon, in my presence or on me, just in general. And the thing that I did, I called upon the name of the Lord. I prayed, and I put because I always say this, I put on harp music, okay? Harp music, which is, which was an example of what to do, or what they did with Saul, all right? 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 14, but the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. Verse 15, and Saul's servants said unto him, behold now, an evil spirit from Yahweh troubleth thee. Let our Lord now command thy servants which are before thee to seek out a man who is a cunning player on an harp, and it shall come from Yahweh is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. So, harp music is a very good, deterrent as well as cleanser for the spirit. Okay, just playing harp music. I'm not going to play a harp music now because I did and I got copyrighted on my thing. But yeah, you can just Google, literally, you can just Google harp music, and they literally have these Christian channels as well as general harp channels that put up 2 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours worth of harp music. Okay, so definitely put your computer on, leave it on all night if you need it. Obviously, if you need it, not just in general. Okay, because I know electricity is expensive as hell, but basically, what's the word? Get those harp music playing when you feel like there's something wicked going on you. I promise you, guarantee you, I can testify to it. It definitely works. It definitely helped me out. All right, but yeah, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So I guess let's hear more on what she was saying.
Valentine.
Like, she took her hand on the back of my neck and slammed it into the glass.
Valentine, now charged with a misdemeanor and untethered for the attack.
Like, why?
Oh yeah, basically that's it. We don't need to hear anymore. Basically, she went back to the mall another day, and then the police saw her, arrested her, and yeah, she got arrested for it. Now, next,
over the last couple days,
let's go into this.
I thought that this TV punching son of Marcus this isn't
my great-great-grandfather, Mark. Marcus Garvey, Mark. Now look at this, Mark. See this, Mark? This is a decision, Mark, from September 22nd, Mark.
All right, so I will say there are certain demons that are, I think the difference between, let me go over here. The difference between the demon that was on these two, I think it's a bit more impulsive, like temporary, like it's just that one thing at one time. It's a one-time thing, and then they're done. And then I think when you in cases like this, they're stronger demons that become attached like a parasite. All right, it becomes a parasite, and it kind of becomes it becomes the host's new personality. All right, so this guy, constantly goes around and like takes all this stuff about Marcus Garvey and whatnot. As a result of it, this is his new lifestyle personality where he acts in a crazy way. Once again, if you want to go into it, you can check the details on it. The links will be in the description. And damn, links will be in the description. Check it out if you want. Over here, let's see what are some of the things he's chasing this random chick.
Slow down. What you in a rush for? What you in a rush for? Pay attention so you won't walk into people.
You stop.
Just slow down.
I'm sorry.
You almost walked through me. All right. Put the phone down so you can pay attention and not walk into nobody. Where you got all that swag from? I'm Skabuki, Marcus Garvey grandson. I was curious to know where you got all that swag from. I know that's right. Keep it going. I know that's right.
Oh, and he ain't just harassing white women. He harassing black women too.
Hey, Hey, I'm Marcus Garvey's grandson. Skabuki. I'm Marcus Garvey's grandson. I'm Skabuki. I'm curious. I don't know him. No, don't worry about it. I was curious why y'all dressed like that. Why? It just look hoish like, sluttish like. But if it makes sense to the black woman, good luck. I hope y'all get married. Okay? Later. Hey, baby girl. I want to tell you, never trust a girl with a do-rag on. I love you. Hell no. Look at her. Look at this. This is the only type of black people that the white people don't like to hang with. It's black girls that don't do their hair. That's the only way that these white people speak to them. That's the only way they deal with them when they don't do their hair. I'm running for governor. I'm Skabuki. Marcus Garvey's great-great-grandson. I'm not putting up with this. These black girls gonna.
Okay, yeah, you see a lot of the stuff. You know, there's a bit more. I don't want to go too much because if you want to see, oh yes, here. So basically, it's just reminded me. Fuck. Let me just let him talk.
When he's making these videos harassing random women, his energy is totally different when he's talking to men. He recently his campaign and Jim Jones wasn't having it.
Yo, Jim Jones.
So yeah, basically, he said it. He said it already for me. So basically, what happened is, with these women, he feels, you know, oh, he's energetic, he's freaking confident, all this stuff. When it comes to harassing these women, because these women aren't gonna fight back, they're gonna attack. They're not gonna attack him or anything like that. But when it comes to a man's gonna, you know, a man's not as scared, you know, to defend himself. Actually, men already defend themselves, and you know, this is where the whole thing, Isaiah chapter 32 verse 2 comes in, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. And the wind is not necessarily just wind, all right? This is all parabolic, because it basically means, or translates into, you know, trouble, all right, tribulation, all right. And so the same way that there would be, you know, just men that have demons on them, like the dude, not this dude, but obviously the dude that's spooky, whatever the fuck, and like this woman, this dude, okay, the same way that you would have these types of people that are going to go after these women, because these women are prey, all right. These same types of people wouldn't go after men like that. Yes, men are, yes, men do get, you know, attacked, of course. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but you're a lot less likely to be attacked if you, as a woman, if you were with a man, if you had a man around you. And that's why, you know, this woman literally only, and Saki, this is the thing. They had mentioned that there was a second instance where this had happened. Yeah, in the first instance, the one that happened prior to this one that they reported about, apparently it seemed like he had gotten away. Whatever dude that did it, if it was the same dude, maybe. If it was someone else entirely, they clearly had gotten away with it, because that said girl, said victim, whatever, all right, they just didn't have the protection or whatever. But it was the same. It was once again another woman that was a victim of, you know, of an attack. Okay, and because this woman was lucky enough to be, where the freak is the video, to be with to have reached this building where there are dudes over here. There are dudes over here that were there to protect her. All right. There were people there. There were people there. Then yes, she got saved. She got protected. All right. But in general, you know, like, this is the thing. Like, and you know, me personally, you know, I've been, what's the word? As a man myself, all right, I've already been scared straight to not wanting, you know, women to be going out alone. Like, me personally, I don't want ever any female relative, any wife, whatever, to actually go out to the store or whatever by themselves. At the very least, keyword very least, I would want them to be with another woman. But ultimately, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, at the very least, being with another woman. But ultimately, you know, the main takeaway is that these women that are, you know, living alone. And the thing is, like, I've heard so much about how the dating life is, where these women will either live their lives by themselves, paying for their own bills, being a strong, independent woman, quote unquote, and not being able to pay for everything, or they will only settle for a man that's going to pay for everything while they get to keep their money. All right, so they don't want to go 50-50. They don't want a man that's going to go 50-50. They pay half their bills. They still work or whatever. Especially with how the economy is, they just want a man. They don't want to settle for anything less, which is it's honestly ridiculous. And it's honestly ridiculous that they will go 100% and paying their own bills and not being able to make ends meet, but they will not go 50-50 with a man, that will lessen the burden on them at the very least. All right. So this is the reason why a lot of these women are single, and even when they find men that are willing to pay for everything, all right, those men, it's like not find men that are willing to pay for anything. Yeah, men that are willing to pay for everything, then they treat them bad, and then they end up they end up leaving them, or the men leave them, or whatever. Something happens where they're not together anymore, or when they're trying to court, when they're in the courting process or whatever, the men that are able to take care of everything, they just don't even want them. All right, so it's a very crazy process and whatnot. But yeah, let's check this out.
All right. God bless you, though. No, but I'm running for governor. I was giving you some love, black man. All right. I seen you gave some free haircuts the other day. But you did, I know, keep it up. Good luck.
And I don't know what's going on in New York, but they got to do better. According to the Daily...
Yeah, he literally bitched up about when he confronted him. He says, oh yeah, this is good. Yeah, you're good. You're doing good. Like, oh, yeah, I approve of all that stuff. Blah blah blah. All right, like it's nothing forceful, nothing getting in their faces like that. Oh yeah, perfect. Another instance.
0.2 million followers on TikTok.
I'm gonna say right now, I went all the way on the other side.
Democrats.
He told me to stop recording.
Democrats.
I placed the camera on my face, and that's when you go ahead and
You crazy.
and hit multiple times.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody, I am fine.
Yeah, and also Slocket. Now this is one of the things that I had to bring this up on Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. You have this dude freaking clearly harassing her, all right, based on the video, all right, clearly harassing her, and the authorities aren't protecting her, all right, like she's busy. And this is one of the instances where I do have to kind of like be on the woman's side in this, because like if she's actively getting harassed and these authorities are letting this dude constantly follow her, badger and harass her, like this is it. This goes to show just how terrible Esau's laws are. Like I can literally go up in a woman's face and bother her 24/7, follow her around no matter what, and just like she's just supposed to that, like. And the reason why I have a problem with that is because, once again, like imagine that with your daughter, which thankfully I don't have a daughter, which is I only say thankfully because I would not only not want to have a daughter in Babylon. In Babylon, they are just going to poison the minds of the children in general, but a daughter especially, like the amount of wickedness that they want the women to have, as well as women already currently do have, all right, have been poisoned. How they have already been poisoned, it's just immeasurable, all right, like it's just too much, and it's very sad to see. And then in this, like, it's very sad to see how she's getting harassed and she can't do anything about it, and they're not doing anything about it. All right, it's just, oh yeah, you just have to let him harass you, all right, because he this, that, and the third. All right, and then what happens when he makes it physical? All right, and then nobody's there. What happens when she's trying to get home or whatever, and then no one's there, and then he finally makes it physical? Okay, the law isn't done. In certain instances, the law isn't done to prevent crime. It's only done to respond to acts of crime. All right, so that's the unfortunate thing about it. Okay, and I've talked about it because I had to deal with a similar situation as well. All right, so also, lastly from this video, I want to get this. All right, never mind. 2 more things.
Democrat voter.
Eyewitness News exclusive. Petrardo says he didn't say a word. Hit her, then broke her jaw.
He hit me very, very strong over here. And he broke everything here. Everything's right.
It happened yesterday around 5 p.m. on Grand Avenue near Dean Street. Petrardo was a school bus aide and was returning from work, just steps away from home, when she was slugged. Her brother owns a restaurant across the street from where she lives. He and this employee chased the suspect down.
Yeah, just random. Again, what random? The demons that are on these people. All right, like she literally didn't deserve. Well, actually, I will say, what the fuck is she doing, walking with all that space? Why is she so close to this dude? Why is she... me think? Because when I'm walking, I am always alert of my surroundings. I'm always paying attention. Even when I can look like I'm not aware of my surroundings, but I still am very aware of my surroundings. Like I'm always looking on. I'm always mindful. Keyword mindful, not necessarily visually looking, but I'm always mindful of who and what is behind me. So that's just how I am. But like her, and that's just women in general. Women in general, they do not care about their surroundings. They will think that everything is all good in the hood, and whatnot. All right. So moving on.
33-year-old Franz Judy. The suspect was charged with misdemeanor assault, meaning he's not bail eligible. He'll be released back.
Where else? Oh yeah, last one. This one for real.
The squatter out living in her house.
Shouldn't be trying to steal my house. Yes, you are.
This morning, squatter standoff caught on camera by our station WABC.
There's a man sleeping right there. Get out of my house.
Right now? For what?
For being in my own home.
Police then took her away in handcuffs for unlawful eviction.
Well, it turns out the squatter drives a Range Rover now.
So now, this is actually wild. I have to say, this is actually genuinely wild. So basically, if someone squats in your house, if you own a house, okay, and someone who doesn't own the house, if you don't own the house and whatnot, and you get in, you just stay in there for, I guess, a certain period of time. Because I googled it. Basically, if you squat in someone's house, as in stay in there, live in there, without, I guess, getting caught for the most part, then that person legally becomes like a tenant. Okay, keyword a tenant, not legally becomes a tenant in the thing. And the crazy thing is that they don't have to pay a dime. They don't have to pay anything. And on top of that, the owner of the house, if there is squatters, the owner of the house, they can't stop the electric bill, water bill, all this stuff like that. You have to keep on paying for all that stuff, even when there's a thing. The only way is to get police presence to scare them. Keyword scare them, not get them. The police legally won't kick them out of the house for you. As you see with this, what they will do, they will scare them into leaving, and if they don't leave willingly, you have to get an eviction notice. So then you have to wait for that whole process of evicting them, all right, to get them out of your home, all right. And again, like, this is an unrighteous decree, all right. This is why I just had to put it, because it was in the video, so I just thought might as well. John chapter 8 verse 44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Basically, this is kind of what Esau Edom has the mindset of. Okay, well, not necessarily mindset, but like, this is the practice that Esau Edom has done in terms of, someone might own it by right, but I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna find some loophole or any way to take it. That's what he did with the whole Native Americans. That's what North America, is a result of. Kind of a bit of squatting, and then at the same time, actual conquest. So technically, it's not squatting, but it's conquest, and it's fathom where in someone's mind that they think that it is a good and okay law to put in, where it's okay for someone to put, yes, squatting is, I should definitely put squatting to be legal. All right, like that's a wild thing to make okay legally. All right, Esau did that because, you know, he is the devil, he is evil, and he only wants to forward evil and wickedness out in the world. So that's the only reason why he would allow something like this to happen. All right, so, you know, with that, that's basically it. You know, you're gonna see people. Oh fuck, you're gonna see people like him. All right, people like him, people like her. All right, people like that dude. People that are gonna make, you know, either get an impulsive decision to do some demonic stuff or have a whole demon as their personality. All right, and we need to be able to, first and foremost, be able to battle the demons that try to get on us. So that's number one. But that's also number two. You know, the Lord is not gonna send these demons to us. These demons, these 1, 2 demons, 3, not this woman, but this dude. 3 demons. The Lord's not going to send these demons unless you are deserving of it. All right. And the reason why he's doing it is because he's trying to, it's sent for amendment, sent for correction. All right. As we see here, in Sirach chapter 39, verse 30, teeth of the wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked destruction. So these are for the wicked. So if you are a wicked person, then of course this is what's going to happen. And this is why, this is actually the lesson. This is the victims in all 3 of these videos, okay, are wicked. That is honestly one of the overarching messages I'm trying to put out there as well. Okay, so with that, if this lesson was edifying, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BA'Shem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Shem, Rakakwadosh, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.